All right, guys, welcome back to Put with Leanne podcast. Today we have my friend Abby, and we're going to talk about High School Musical, the series, season 2. And we're just going to talk about really the movies, the show, all things Disney, honestly. We'll probably
all
end
the
up,
drama.
We'll
all
probably
the
end
tea.
up, you know,
Yeah.
ranting about it. All right, so tell them about yourself first, you know? Who is Abby?
Yeah, I mean, me and Alea met 6th grade middle school band. It was a really cute time in our lives. Yeah, and then we were in our broadcast group together in high school. And so then we graduated and we stayed in touch. Our whole friend group has had a group chat and everything, so we stay in touch. Now I'm about to move to Florida to get my PsyD in clinical psychology. It's really sad. But I'm a nanny, so if I actually changed before I came here, so I didn't have baby vomit on me.
Yeah, I forgot.
But yeah, so
we're both nannies. Yeah,
we're both nannies.
She's the one that got me into nannying or
Yes.
daycare, pretty much. Because I started out working with kids, and then
yeah, I worked at the daycare because both my older sisters worked there.
Yeah.
The daycare that we both worked at.
Yeah.
And then Alea was working at AMC movie theater.
She got me out, bro. AMC was not it. It just wasn't it. So
no, they were not paying you well.
Wanting me to be a janitor. We're not gonna get into that.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get into that.
So yeah,
But
so we worked together and everything.
Yeah,
so,
pretty much.
Yeah.
So what's your history on? What did you feel about High School Musical? Because when the movies, that was a part of our lives, honestly.
Yes.
Did you ever see part 3 in theaters when it came to?
Yes, I did. With my sister. I saw it. Okay,
Same.
So High School Musical, came out in 2006. Okay, I double checked
The first one? The first one? Okay. Mm-hmm.
Because I was thinking about it, and I was like, we were one of the first generations of people to grow up with High School Musical.
Yep.
This was catered towards our age group,
Right,
Maybe
yeah.
a little bit older than us, but for the
We were
most
6,
part,
so we can understand it.
Yeah,
the songs. Come on.
6 to 10 was the range or whatever. My second older sister, my middle sister, we both watched it together.
Yeah.
And so I remember the premiere of the first one, and I watched it on the premiere. Do y'all remember when you had premieres on TV?
If you were late, you missed it.
You missed
that. Okay.
If you went
There's
to the
7 on the dot. 7 on the dot. Okay.
No fast forwarding.
Nothing.
No recording.
Nope.
This recording was not a thing.
You had to be there.
Yes, I feel like a grandmother. I'm 21 years old.
Right.
Anyways, and I just remember really, really liking it. Really liking Zac Efron, of course.
Yeah.
The songs were amazing. And then the second one came out during the summer. And I remember that this was also around Camp Rock era too.
Yes.
So then the second one came out. The second one was really great. And then the third one, oh, just so good. So I have a question. If you were to rank them, the 3 movies.
Okay.
How would you rank them?
So number 1 is on the bottom. I know that for sure. The first one's on the bottom.
I agree.
Oh, and then it's between 2 and 3.
I'm more with 2 and 3. I think I would go 3, 2, 1.
I know, same. Yeah.
And
yeah.
I think it's because 3 was just so nostalgic. 3, I remember
that one the most because I was in theaters.
Yes.
We were there.
And it was the highest quality. The camera,
highest quality.
HD.
Yeah, you're right.
And
Part
you would
3's
see
the best one.
And you would see Zac Efron ripped, and we.
Ripped. When you look back on it, he's like,
yeah, no, but and it was giving something different, okay? And then
the quality was
there.
The songs, the dance, they had it on that because they had a bigger budget because of how 1 and 2 were just so much more.
Vanessa Hutchins was almost not in it. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Because they got
That's
in a little
illegal.
Scandal. So her and Zac Efron, I don't know if pictures leaked of certain things.
Okay, I remember this now. I remember. Oh
and
my
so
God.
then Disney was like, okay, we can't have this
Vanessa.
But then they were like, okay, but no, we have to.
You
We can
have
just have
to.
a random girl playing
Yeah.
Vanessa. Or playing Gabriella.
Gabriella, yeah.
And so then the third one came out, and I actually watched it our senior year of high school, and I, a random night during the school year.
Ball.
Sobbing.
Because it's just the nostalgia. And okay, take away Vanessa Hudgens.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That movie would have been trash on the bottom, forgotten, and 1 and 2 would have been the nostalgic ones.
Absolutely. You can't just,
You can't do that.
What were they going to say?
Either don't make the movie or she has to be in it. I
hate when people, when movie franchises are like, oh, she went to Cheetah Girls 3. I'm sorry, this is off topic, but Cheetah Girls 3. Oh, all of a sudden
Raven.
Galleria. Yeah, Raven. Galleria. Oh, she went to college.
No.
No.
She would have came back
Yeah.
and just throw the whole thing away.
Yeah, there's tea with that too, but we're not talking about
We're not
Cheetah
talking about that.
Girls.
Maybe they'll make a TV show and then we'll talk about it.
Yes. I would die.
But
I
anyways,
love
yeah,
that.
the High School Musical was a staple in the home. Okay.
Yes.
Me, my sister, and my brother. My brother. You know how boys are like, oh, I don't watch musicals. No. This was a staple for boys and girls. Okay. So, yes. So when this show came out, when this show was announced, my first impression was you can't replace Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens, and I thought that is what they were gonna do. Like, what was your first impressions of it?
When they said the show is coming out, I thought they were bringing back the old cast.
That would have been
And
amazing,
I was
though.
Like, well, but then I also remember that Zac Efron was super, like, even the little reunion they did on Disney Channel that one time, he didn't even go to that. He used to been like the one who's kind of not really wanting to rejoin.
'Cause he's better than everyone.
No, I think he was shooting something or whatever. But I think that reunion, I was like, oh, so then like maybe like they're gonna come back or whatever. But
Right.
like they're fully grown. Like what are they gonna
Yeah.
do? And then
They could have had kids. Like, it would have been cool. Okay, it would have been cool if the original characters come back and like the characters in this show, like that was their kids or something.
Yes.
That would have been
like
cool.
Descendants.
Right,
Like a little. Yeah.
The Descendants. That would have been really cool. Even just to mention them, like, oh, my
Yeah.
dad at home.
Yeah.
Zac Efron.
But you
Mr.
don't even
Efron.
have to put them in it.
To be in it. Just
Yeah.
the mentioning of them, that would have been cool.
Yeah. But then it's also like, well, and then I was like, well, what is it even going to be about? Because I was like, what are they going to do?
Right. I was really shocked when they treated the movies as movies. I didn't think that they were going to do that. Like, the show is our world,
Yes.
and the movies are actually fake. I didn't think they were gonna do that,
Right?
and I was
thought
like,
they
oh,
were
okay,
gonna be like, oh my gosh, like High School Legends, Sharpay Evans or whatever. But no, they were
Right?
like, no, the movie. And I was like, oh,
okay,
that's interesting.
I thought they were gonna do Legends kind of thing,
Yeah.
but they didn't do that.
And I think also what was really interesting, so my roommate had Disney Plus, that's how I watched it. Otherwise I wouldn't have watched it. I
Right.
was literally bored one night and I just started it. And it was actually really nice because it was the first time in forever that I had to wait for a show.
Yeah,
Like I just binge. That's all I ever do. I will wait for long periods of time before the full series is out.
Right.
Because I just like to binge. Like that's just as a culture how we've like evolved into
to
doing
that. Yeah.
And so I would like get so frustrated because it's 25-minute episodes.
I know.
Like,
oh my gosh, don't get me started on WandaVision when it was 25 minutes.
I could not. Like what?
Yeah.
Like come on now. And like I felt like, especially we'll get into it, but especially the last episode, I felt like it was not like it was so like small of a time.
It was because I compared it to the first episode. The first episode was 44 minutes, and then this one was 29. I was like, okay, like did y'all just like rush the ending? Like I understand that COVID happened, but like, what happened here? You know?
So I mean, it was just nice to like go back to that era where like I can fast forward and rewind and rewatch and do all those special things, but like I still have to wait. You know?
I know. I actually kind of miss when I like thinking back on like how we used to binge everything. I actually like how things come out weekly, especially with Marvel stuff, because like you can talk about it, you can have a conversation and dive deep with each episode instead of being like the whole season like we're doing right now. But
yeah,
you know,
and I feel like it's almost like a sensory overload kind of thing. Like,
yeah,
I remember like
it is. Yeah,
watching like full seasons in one day. Like I started doing that in 7th grade with Teen Wolf. Love Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf, a time.
But shout out Tyler Posey.
Because yes, he needs a shout out from us.
Yeah.
Give him some clout.
Give him some clout. Give it to him. But yeah, and so that's when I started doing that. And I feel like I've never stopped. I don't really watch cable TV at all.
No,
at all.
no.
Except for like the Olympics right now. But,
Right.
Like,
if it's something live, then yeah, we'll be there.
yeah.
But anyways, back to High School Musical.
Yeah.
I mean, season one. Give your rating for season one. Like when the feeling that you remember from like 2019. Like
I know.
it's been like
That's
forever.
a long time ago.
Yeah.
Season 1. I mean,
Because it was
I feel
actually about the movie High School Musical.
Season 1, I would rate it like an 8.
Same.
I think that it was very good. I liked the premise. I liked the characters a lot. I thought it was funny. I love the music. Like Miss Olivia Rodrigo and I don't know her name. She plays Allison. I'm really sorry. The actress who plays Ashlyn.
Yeah.
Ashlyn. And they did that duet together, and it was so pretty. And I was worried that it was going to be one of those shows where the original songs were not good, because like obviously they draw people in by them singing the original songs from the movie. And I was worried when they brought in original songs that it wasn't going to be as good. But then you bring in really, really good young songwriters, and it was really good. And also, okay, if you're going to be like, this is a children's show, like, grow up, okay? It's
for
so,
real.
yeah.
Because, like, if you grew up on High School Musical, watch the show, because
Yeah.
you'll like it. And I give it an 8 as well, because my expectations were on the floor. I was like, if you do something, if you repeat something, you can't catch that magic again. So I
Yeah.
do like how they changed it to where we're doing a musical, we're doing a series of the musical, but we're not being like Olivia is Vanessa or Olivia is Gabriella.
Yes.
Skirts, you can't
That
be
would be
her.
so annoying. I would not.
You can play her, like you can pretend to
Yes.
play her, but you can't be her.
Yes.
You know? So I like how they were like, we know that we can't catch that magic again. So that's what made it good for me.
Yeah.
And Olivia and Joshua. First of
That's it.
all, we were talking about his name. Who goes by Joshua?
Who doesn't change their name to
Who
Josh?
doesn't go Josh? You never, I have never heard of a Joshua. If somebody's like, oh, my name's Josh, or my name's Joshua, but call me Josh. Like, Olivia should have known then not to be in a relationship with this guy. Joshua. Anyways, Joshua and Olivia really were good in that
Their
first
chemistry
season.
was
10 out of 10.
Great. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. So that's
10 out of
what
10.
really like brought another season. And so we go to season 2, and you probably know more about it, but give the people a background on Olivia and Joshua's relationship.
Okay. If I say anything false, please roast me. So I don't know. So essentially, like I remember seeing this post. I remember I never knew that Olivia and Joshua actually dated. There's still rumors that they may have not actually been boyfriend and girlfriend. It was just like kind of a, I know you like me, we know we like each other kind of thing, because he was older than her. I think she was younger than 18, and he was 18 at the time.
I think so.
Yeah. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But I think she was 16 and he was 18.
I know that they were old. Like, I know that he was older.
And I love, also side note, I love that they actually put young people in this show. Like young, not like 30-year-olds, Riverdale, not like trying to put in 30-year-olds.
I think the oldest was EJ.
Yes.
He was like 24 or something like that. I feel like he's the oldest.
I know Gina was like 15.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Really. Sophia, I don't know her last name.
So girl.
Girl.
Okay, but continue on their
Yes.
relationship.
So I remember seeing a post on that blonde girl, aka Sabrina Carpenter's Instagram, of them being Shark Boy and Lava Girl for Halloween, and it was really cute, and I didn't really think anything of it. And then
Sorry,
What?
I have to interrupt you. I'm
What?
looking at their ages now.
yeah,
He's 20 as of today. He's 20.
Is this today's his birthday?
He just turned 20. No, not as of today. Sorry,
Oh.
as of today. Like, you know what I mean?
happy birthday, Joshua.
No.
Bassett.
He turned 20 in December of December, you know,
Yeah.
of 2020, right? So he's about to be 21.
Mm-hmm.
Olivia
Is 18.
is 18. She turned 18 in February. So
was 16.
catch a case? Like 2 years ago, it's 2019. She was 16 and he was 18. Okay, like he was
So
He
the
was
Romeo and Juliet
18,
clause, you know,
not
but
turning 19.
I
Catch a
think-
case? No.
I think that was the point, though. I think that's why they never came
said
public,
anything.
because I think it was like this whole thing of he's 18, even though there's been so many couples who have broken
Worse.
that
Like
minority
even
thing.
worse, yeah.
But so essentially, I saw this post on Sabrina Carpenter's Instagram, and then we flash forward to COVID, obviously, and we're waiting for the second season, and everything is postponed. Everything everywhere was postponed, so we didn't really know when this season was going to come out. And they're both posting music, you know, their own music. They're both really, really talented. Both of them are really, really talented. And then all of a sudden, Miss Olivia, on a drop of the hat in January, posted driver's
I got
license.
my driver's license last week. And then, yeah.
Yeah. So she
because like
posted
they really,
that.
I think because she was just about to turn 18, she was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm just gonna drop it now and
Which
let people know.
is so yeah. So she drops that song and everyone explodes. The internet explodes.
Internet explodes.
It's like it was a number one song for I don't even
Ever.
know how long.
Yeah.
Like it was on TikTok. I kid you
That
not.
the way that TikTok blows up things
Yes.
is insane.
The way
That
when
algorithm.
the
Yeah.
way that I now, if I occasionally listen to the radio, not my phone, it is TikTok songs.
TikTok songs.
TikTok
Period.
makes musical artists famous.
Yep.
Doja Cat.
Doja Cat, she is blown
Literally,
up.
Meg
Yeah.
Thee Stallion, literally TikTok made their
Yeah,
careers.
and the way that on TikTok I have like 50 followers, but my videos can get to like 300 views. Like, and
Yeah.
that's like compared to YouTube, you know?
Yes.
That algorithm.
Lyrics. And
Mhm.
they were low-key shady. They talked about this
I
blonde
drive
girl.
through your what is it, neighborhood and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and then blonde girl.
Blonde girl. She talks about how this guy wrote a song about her. She just like talks about, and we're thinking in our heads, okay, she's at this point she's 18, but when she was writing these songs, she was 15, 16, 17.
Right.
What major relationship could she have possibly had during that time? And you know, like I know musical artists can write songs about not their experiences, like Taylor Swift does it. A lot of people do it.
Right.
It's not necessarily what they have experienced. But someone who's like 15, 16,
Come on.
I don't
like
think
what
that,
what have you been through? What's your struggles?
Exactly.
You know?
So she could have this is just like hearsay. She could have pulled this out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, right?
But the fact that, and when you look online, she actually had a first original draft of driver's license, and it was not blonde girl, it was brunette girl. And then when she published it in January, it changed to blonde girl.
Yeah, no, come on.
So that's like, come
it's
on,
about
girl.
Sabrina.
So she
It's
could
about
have,
Sabrina.
what she could have done, she could have wrote the song before this whole thing happened, and then when it happened, she like tweaked some things to like match her experience.
Right.
We don't
put some more into it.
We don't
but
know.
then
But
that
then-
album comes out.
So wait, before
Right.
that though,
Before that.
Joshua Bassett and Sabrina Carpenter both released songs as like responses to her song.
They're just trying to catch on to the clout.
Here's what, and I thought for the longest time, I think a lot of people thought for the longest time, and it honestly could have still been a thing where it was all just a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
Where they were like, we're all releasing music at the same time. This is that. And the reason people were saying that is because Sabrina had been teasing this song for a very long time. The song that she came out with, I don't remember what it was called. 'Cause it wasn't very good.
I don't even think I listened to it.
love
Sorry.
Sabrina Carpenter's songs, she has really good bops.
Yeah.
But this one was not it. And he releases a song and it doesn't get as popular, I think, because everyone had already taken Olivia's side at this point.
Period. Yeah.
So they don't do as well, and then Olivia's like, I'm gonna release an album.
As
And
she should.
releases it.
She was smart. She was smart
Yes.
to capitalize on it.
And so then we're
Yeah.
all thinking, High School Musical, the musical hasn't come out yet. And we're all like,
Oof.
what?
Yeah, bruh.
We were
rough.
like,
that was rough.
what is going to
Hold
happen?
on, let me go back to this
Like-
machine. But that was rough. Like what am I trying to say? When episode 1 of season 2 came out, that was rough,
That was
to
rough.
watch. Because it was just like
Yeah.
the amount of there had to be so much tension on set. The TikToks alone were so funny.
We talked about this. We don't know exactly. I think we did
The
kind of figure
timeline.
out when they filmed because it could have been before this whole like mess. Because like it definitely was before Driver's License came out. So we don't know if Joshua knew that this song was coming out or not.
Right.
And maybe because he didn't know, there wasn't as much tension. But if for Olivia being heartbroken already, from her standpoint of view,
It was probably
it
rough.
was heartbreaking.
And the way that this season just matched their life, that's what
Yeah.
made it so much like, oh, like you could feel it.
It was like, so like for those of you that don't know, basically at the end of season 1, the characters that Joshua Bassett and Olivia Rodrigo play, they're together as a couple. And they are together and they basically end the season because they were apart the whole entire season. They end the season, oh my gosh, we love each other, whatever. We start the season with them still in this, oh my gosh, I love you kind of situation. But then it's this whole drama because Nina gets accepted into this fancy conservatory for songwriters.
Oh yeah, I forgot that happened.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the season.
Right.
Yeah.
It was very short-lived.
It was very short-lived. And she was like, I'm back.
She was like, yeah. So she goes to
I
this
decided to come back.
conservatory. She realizes it's not for me. A lot of these people are really stuffy. They don't want to branch out and be themselves.
Right.
I miss, my drama teacher back home. I miss my friends. I miss my boyfriend. All this kind of stuff. She ends up coming back home like the second or
Something
third
like
episode.
that. Yeah.
Because there's only 12 episodes in the series, so they gotta move the plot
Move it
along
along.
super fast. And this whole entire time, like, they're acting so in love, and we as viewers are just, I'm sweating right now just thinking about it.
As viewers, knowing that they broke up and it was like all over the internet, and then they have to be like, we love each other,
like,
singing songs.
Could you just imagine? And I honestly wonder if she went to Disney and was like, I'm releasing this song.
Yeah.
And I don't care.
The thing is, I was talking to Sarah about this, about how Disney Plus is different from Disney because in Driver's License she curses, and remember Ali and AJ couldn't curse in their song because it was like, it needs to be Disney, you know, so like she was able to still publish that. So maybe she was like, hey, it's whatever, like I'm going to publish, I don't care.
That's a good point, because they're not on the regular Disney Channel. They're
right,
on
it's Disney Plus, so it's like maybe it's a different vibe.
But I think they advertise on Disney Channel for
I think so, but
series.
let's think. Well, it's kind of different because with cable, you can't control that. With Disney Plus, you could be like, I don't want you watching High School Musical, the series.
Exactly, yeah.
You can do that.
And I think it really has changed, because I remember like Miley Cyrus, like all of these, like Zendaya, like Bella Thorne, they couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Selena Gomez couldn't do anything.
And that's why they all, now, I don't want to say the words like went crazy, but they kind of try to branch out so they can separate themselves from Disney, because Disney made them so innocent when they were like, can I just be myself? Like, can I just, you know? So yeah.
And people didn't take them seriously. Yeah. You're just a Disney person.
You're
Especially
Disney.
Miley Cyrus. You were like, you're on Disney. What are you doing?
And finally, like, I don't associate her all the time with Disney now.
No.
It's Miley Cyrus.
Yes,
like,
it's not
I wish
Montana.
I could see Miley.
Yeah.
In the concert. That would be amazing. And Zendaya's finally doing it. She's getting there.
On Euphoria. She's
that changed it. And Bella Thorne is, I'm sorry, a joke. Sorry. She's just kind of all over the place. Sorry, Bella, you're all over the place.
She's watching this right now.
Yeah, Bella is on here. You're all over the place.
Bella, come in.
Yes, special guest. Bella Thorne. Oh my gosh.
But so yeah, it was painful to watch.
It was painful. And then like the breakup episode was so okay, just imagine. Okay, I was talking to my dad about this because I told him about it, and like the breakup scene when they like had to break up. Okay, and then the director has to say cut. Like the director has to be like, okay, cut. And then Olivia's sitting there probably like connected to that in real life.
Yeah.
That had to be so hard for her and for him. And they probably had to be like, okay, let's take a 20-minute break. Like,
yeah. For those of you that don't know, they basically like broke up because they both kind of outgrew each other. It's kind of what the story went. She wanted to be out there with her songs. She started her own Instagram with her songs and everything. Yeah. She was posting and being kind of more of an individual and kind of outgrowing Ricky, and Ricky was trying to like keep her where he knew her.
Oh, that was so annoying.
It was annoying, but I understand.
No, I didn't understand because he didn't. Though he could have really just helped her with her career or been like supportive of it. He was really like with the Rose song. He was so hurt by that. Yeah, and I was like, it's not about you though. It's like, and if people,
but I mean, it was. You know,
I know. But like also, if she's getting clout from it, if she's like growing a channel, you like have a conversation about it and then like grow. And that's another thing I want to talk about. I know that this show is High School Musical, but there's way too many high school shows. Like, have you like thought about that? Like how there's way too many shows where it takes place in high school. And so for us, like for people that are more mature, in those situations, we would have been like, okay, let's have a conversation about it and not be like childish.
15, yeah. But
and
I think
I don't know.
I could see where you're coming from because it's kind of like Nene was his like comfort blanket from childhood, right? They were when they broke up, they were in their childhood treehouse, y'all.
Yeah.
Anyways, so like I think for him, it was like not necessarily I want to restrict you, I don't want to see you succeed. It was more I'm afraid that you're gonna outgrow me. I'm afraid that you're not going to
want to be with me.
Because you're gonna be this like famous songwriter or whatever. And it was just kind of very much, I could like empathize with him. I think and I also think that the show, and I don't know if they did this intentionally, but they couldn't have because Olivia didn't come out with Driver's License yet when they were filming. But Ricky was low-key the villain in a lot of the episodes.
He was.
He did. He pulled an EJ. If you watch season 1, EJ like deleted. Yeah, he pulled an EJ. EJ basically, growth of EJ. We can talk about that later.
I know.
But EJ was like a year older than him or than all of them. He was dating Olivia Rodrigo's character in the first season. They broke up because he deleted this voicemail off of her phone. Basically, super intrusive, super
not voicemail.
Douchey.
It was
Ricky's voicemail when he called her, basically saying,
you're talking about season 1,
Yeah, season 1.
Yeah.
So he deleted his voicemail. EJ was the villain. Season 2, I don't know why they revisited this phone deleting thing. I was like, can that not be original? But essentially, Ricky deleted a comment off of her Instagram that was basically like, we should collab. And he was like, collab. And like deleted the comments when he had her phone.
And then instead of being like, hey, I just accidentally deleted something, he wanted to be like, let's hide it and let me be the most.
Yeah.
When he could just be like, I accidentally deleted it. This was the person. You can still DM them.
Yeah.
But no, they're children. And so it's like, can we have some like college shows?
Yeah.
Maybe.
But
anyways, yeah.
So yeah, so they break up and they're not together at the end of this season either.
Yeah.
There's a new girl.
I forgot her name.
Lily. Her name's Lily.
She was the Sharpay of the show, and I was living for it for a little bit.
No, I wasn't living.
In the beginning, I was living
for it. In the beginning, I was living. I was like, okay, cool.
Sharpay. Yeah.
Then I was like, I was thinking in my head, I was like, that blonde girl, though. No, but
yo,
right?
wait, stop. They really did their life.
But then, how could they have? Because driver's license hadn't come out yet. So what I'm hearing us say is that Disney Plus can read the future. Literally, like the timeline of Nene and Ricky's relationship matches Joshua Bassett and Olivia Rodrigo so well. It's very odd.
It's very odd because she did a song. He was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
And the blonde girl comes in. Whoa, dude.
So,
but anyways, Lily.
Yes. So essentially, she was going to.
Wait, who is Lily?
So she is auditioned for the Beauty and the Beast. They were supposed to do High School Musical 2. That was like, everyone was like hyped up for that.
Yeah. We'll talk about that too.
And then their drama teacher essentially introduced this award called the Minkeys, and you have to apparently do a musical that this guy wrote. So it was very exclusive. So they decided, okay, we're going to do Beauty and the Beast instead. So this girl, Lily, auditioned. She's super mean to everyone. She like laughs at Big Red, who's kind of the goofball of the show. She laughs at his audition when he's super nervous about it, and he's only auditioning because he's like dating Allison. No, not Allison. Ashley. I'm gonna say Allison for the entire time. But so so she's super mean, and everyone basically kicks her out. They're like, you're not even gonna be on the musical.
It's supposed to be a family environment.
Yeah, this is a family environment. We're a family, like, bye.
Yeah.
So I don't know how she could do this, because in high school, you cannot just skirt out of a school like that.
She's wrecked.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
So she, like, unenrolls from East High and enrolls into this other fancy school that has, like, a bunch of money, and they can put on these amazing musicals, and Derek Huff is the director.
I'm a little disappointed that they didn't use him enough. How do you not dance? How does the dancer not dance in the show?
They had one scene where he was dancing.
But,
I was like,
but was he really like getting into it though?
Not really.
Like I don't even know. I wanted to see their show or something. They did not use Derek Huff enough.
Yeah.
So
so she ends up being Beauty at this new school's production. She's like the really mean girl of the show. She terrorizes them the entire time. They have like social media wars between the two schools. So anyway, she tries to play this nice girl act towards the last end of the season, where she like goes up to Ricky and basically sabotages him and Nene's relationship. She's like, she's posting this and she's the Rose song and and getting in Ricky's head. Gets in Ricky's head, causes Ricky to basically be super jealous, super cagey with Nene.
Yeah.
And so then it causes a lot of strife. And then at the end, when they finally perform Beauty and the Beast, they had this big scene where the Beast was going to transform and this rope kind of thing. He was going to spin. And if you've seen the original musical, they do this in the original musical on Broadway. They basically like put him up on these ropes and they spin him and he takes off his mask. He's the prince or whatever. So they had all this ready, and this girl, Lily, while acting so nice to Ricky...
So, and the thing is, it even caught me off guard, because I was like, okay, she decided to be nicer.
I never believed it.
I did.
Never. I can smell a fake one from a mile away.
I was like, okay, so she changed, and she was being all nice to him, and I was like, okay, maybe she actually wants to be with him and stuff like that. And then the thing is, what made me suspicious was... Courtney's boyfriend.
Yes,
because the way he was looking all like he knows something. It makes me so mad.
That's what I'm thinking. So when I watched the second to last episode, first of all, we end up finding out that Lily is the one that stole this harness that Ricky needs to do the transformation. She stole it at the show.
Yeah.
So they had to scramble and figure out how they were going to do the Beast transformation on opening night. And she like stole it while acting super nice to Ricky, while being like, I'm here to support you. I
made me
really
really sad.
like you, Ricky.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. She might actually really like him, but she's still poison.
I don't know. After her stealing that, I think that she's just using him now. Like, I don't know if she
Yeah.
actually likes him. Like, I'm kind of confused. Like, I'm in
Yeah.
the confused state right now.
So whenever the second to last episode came out and Howie and Lily were both there, I thought Howie stole the harness with Lily.
Me too.
And I
but
don't know if that's still the thing,
that
though.
could still be the thing because the way that he was looking at the door, and I think that he didn't want to, but he still did. Like, he still like
Yeah.
stole with her, and Lily probably blackmailed him or something, or
Yeah,
like
or
told him,
something.
"Hey, you need to do this. If you're
Yeah.
loyal to our school, you need to help me.
Yeah.
Be the
Howie-
lookout or something."
Howie
like
is
that.
a newer character. He works at the pizza shop that Big Red and his family owns.
Yeah.
And Courtney, who's another character on the show, she was in season 1, a main character. She's best friends with Nene. Love Courtney.
She's great. I love her
Courtney
hair.
gives
Yes,
everything.
She's queen.
Courtney ends up working at this pizza shop, and they end up starting like a romance or whatever. And she's super betrayed because we figure out that Howie is actually playing the Beast at this fancy school. Not East High, but the newer
Lily's school,
Yeah,
right?
Lily's school, yeah.
Yeah.
And so we find out that they stole the harness, and we still don't know if Howie was a part of that or not.
And we'll
He
figure that out
claims
season
that the
3.
reason he was acting so weird on opening night was because he was like scared that she was outshining him or too talented for him, and that's what he claimed.
Nah, I don't. Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, I don't believe that. That's just that's
But
a.
he was acting
that's
so
a face.
shifty.
He was being so shady. Bro.
Yeah.
Like that's. It was like you know something or you
Yeah.
did something. There's no way it was like. I feel like you're outshining me. Like I
Yeah.
feel like he just made that up on the spot.
I don't know, but he seemed so genuine, and they had that
I
sad
know.
music played, so you were like trying
Nah.
to feel like it was being genuine.
Wait, that's the thing. We're gonna fall in love with Courtney and Howie, and then he's gonna betray her, and it's gonna hurt. It's going to hurt us.
Yes.
So.
Oh, and then we also, okay, let's talk about the last episode. That was a waste of time for me. So the second to last episode, they did the opening night.
Mm-hmm.
This episode that premiered today, it was basically like after opening night, we basically, like, things kind of wrap up, but then it's sort of kind of a cliffhanger. Ricky ends up, like, calling Lily. Because at this point,
Yeah.
the cast does not know that Lily was the one who stole the harness.
Yeah, they don't know.
They do not know this. And so Lily's still super sweet to Ricky. Like, I really
Yeah, she
like
came to the
you.
pizza place
That
and tried to
their-
talk to
their
them, and they were
cast
like,
party.
"Hey, yeah," they're like, "Hey, can you go?" Like and stuff, and then he calls her.
He calls her at the very end, basically like, "Hey, Lily, it's Ricky," and I'm like, "You."
Yeah,
Anyways,
and
here's the
and
thing.
Olivia, Nene gets to call John.
Jordan Fisher.
No, John Ambrose is his name. John Ambrose. Okay.
Okay, sure.
I don't know who Jordan Fisher is.
Okay,
John
so
Ambrose.
yes, so Gina is another character on the show. She was kind of the mean girl in season 1.
She was.
And then season 2, we saw a lot of growth with
Okay,
her.
let's talk about season 2. Let's talk about okay.
Yes.
EJ and Gina is everything for me. That is why I live for this show. Is Gina and EJ's relationship and how
Yeah.
it grew so slowly and like how it's like actually developed throughout the entire season and that how
Yeah.
it wasn't like, okay, well we're just together now. No, they had
Yeah.
to build a relationship.
It was really cute, but can I talk about how aggravated I am with Gina's character? So I was so ready for her to grow.
Ooh, that's very true.
So season 1, she was the mean girl. She had a crush on Ricky, and there was this whole drama where basically like she just, as a 15-year-old, we have to remind ourselves that in the
Ugh,
show
so much
she's
annoying.
15 years old.
Yeah.
However, she ends up having a crush on Ricky, but obviously Ricky's in love with Nene, and they're always
Mm-hmm.
going to be together, at least in season 1. So season 2 starts, and she's kind of vibing, and she's starting to live with Ashlyn, and they start a really good sisterhood, a really good friendship. She's living with Ashlyn because her mom ended up moving away for the job, and she wanted to stay. She wanted to be with her friends. She wanted to stay. And so essentially, Gina, we were like ready for her to grow, ready for her to open up. And like by episode like 4 or 5, she's like, "I'm moving in with my mom."
No. It was like episode 2. It was so early
it was
on.
the
That's what made me so
It
mad.
was the quinceanera one, so I think it was farther. It was like episode 5.
But yeah. She was like,
Yeah.
I want to move back in my mom, like episode 4. But
Yeah.
like even episode 1 and 2, she started thinking about it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
weren't you in the season finale of season 1? You were like, I don't want to keep moving everywhere, but
Yeah.
because of a boy, you're ready to go. You're ready to
So,
go.
Basically, it was Valentine's Day, and this was very early in the episode in season 2, and she ends up talking to Ricky, basically like, oh, I feel like we're kindred spirits. She still has like kind of a little bit of
Of a
unrequited
crush.
love for Ricky.
Yeah.
Because they feel like because they had like this moment in season 1.
Mm-hmm.
And so she has a crush on Ricky at this point. And her mom, every Valentine's Day, gives her chocolates. My mom does that to me too.
Same, yes.
Love it, because we ain't got no boys in this house. So, like, she usually gets a gift from her mom, but she never got one. And so she was talking to Ricky about it, how upset she was about it. All of a sudden, after she texts Ricky this, there's chocolates on her doorstep.
She's like, ooh.
And she goes, oh, Ricky gave me chocolates. And we were like, no, sis, he didn't.
No, sis.
It was from her mom. But she had already texted Ricky, thank you for the chocolates. And me and Alea, we didn't watch this together, but we were watching this different times. I snapped at her and I was like, my face is right now getting red. I was so embarrassed for her.
So
I could not imagine.
How do you take that back? Like, what do you do, bro? I would be like, throw the whole relationship away.
I would have been like,
I am moving away.
I am moving away. Yes. So, because she's mad
rough.
that Ricky, I guess, is in a committed relationship and doesn't have a crush on her, she's like, I'm moving
I
away.
wanna move- I wanna
I'm moving
move
back
away.
with my mom. I'm moving with
Because
my
of
mom.
a guy, I
Because
want
of
to
a
pick up
guy.
my whole life, even though I'm living with Ashlyn. Ashlyn's family put this whole room together for me.
We're sisters.
We're pretty much
Yes.
sisters now.
I have this musical that I'm one of the lead choreographers in this musical I'm in. I'm a character. I'm not going to leave because of this embarrassing situation with the boy. First
There's
of all,
a watery eye guy.
First
Sorry.
of all,
his eyes water up so much.
are you sure he's not just crying? Because this
Right.
was an emotional roller coaster.
Rough.
So here's my thing with that. I was 15 once, obviously. I was a girl who had crushes on boys.
Right.
I would never,
I'm not moving
I
schools.
would never move away, states away, because of a boy.
Because of a boy.
I'm sorry.
I never even think of that. Like, even though my parents
No.
would be like, okay, go sit down. Like, go to your room.
I know my mom would
But I
literally
would
be
never
like,
think
grow
of that.
up.
To be like, I need to, like, move somewhere.
What, that thought would not even enter my mind. It's like when you're like 3 years old and you're like taking
Okay,
a backpack with
see,
a bag of
that's
chips.
when-
I'm moving away.
With my backpack full of toys and a bag of chips.
Yes. And a PB&J. And
Right.
I'm leaving.
Like,
Like,
that's when you
no.
probably do it, but not at 15.
At 15, you're grown. Like, sis, like,
You're gonna
I
be okay.
get it. Your prefrontal cortex, she's not developed yet.
Not fully
I
developed.
get it. But it's also like, okay, girl, come on. And so I was so disappointed in her character.
I was. Me too. Yeah.
Because I was like, this whole season was about Gina and boys.
Mhm.
And I'm not for that.
It's very true.
There was a little bit of girl power moments with her, Ashlyn, and Courtney. And those were, loved those.
But yeah, even then, Gina was kind of like, I'm going to be on my own. It's like, yo,
Yes.
come on.
So, like, we see her open up, we
That's
see
true.
her, but then she just, like, I don't know, like, boys and her were just, like, the highlight of the season. And she ends up being super, super upset because her brother, who is this big producer, Jordan Fisher, aka John Ambrose, he shows up and he's like, it's so random. Why did they have Jordan Fisher come on?
I don't know.
It was so
I
random.
don't know. Like,
He just-
why? Because
he
I was like, okay, they're going to bring something to the table. Like, he's going to do a song, a dance. Like, he's going to
Yeah,
do
he
something.
was there for
No.
5
Oh,
minutes.
wait, maybe that's a teaser for season 3. Maybe he's going to be a main character
Well,
there.
it is because and maybe not a main character, but because remember Nene calls him because he's a producer.
Yeah.
So like calling
Yeah.
about songwriting and everything. I don't know. Essentially,
Are they going to do another season 2 where she leaves, everyone's sad, she comes back,
I would not.
blah, blah, blah?
I could not. I could not watch it at that point.
I would watch it, but like, I can't watch it. Like, I can't.
Yeah,
I can't watch
be
it,
like,
but I'll
I'd be
watch
like hate watching it.
it. Hate watching, hate
Yeah.
watching.
So Jordan Fisher is Gina's older brother, and he's never around apparently. And he shows up to opening night, and he talks to EJ, and he tells EJ, "I'm just so glad you're a big older brother to her. Like she really needs that." And EJ's like, "What?"
He's like,
Huh?
because we were just going on a
Yeah,
date.
he was like,
we
"We're
were
dating."
connecting.
Yeah,
And EJ, honestly, he's my favorite character in this whole season.
Yeah.
EJ,
He was
10 out of
good.
10. His character development from like the jock kind of thing,
not getting into Duke.
and like getting and starting the AV club and like just being
Yes.
friends with everyone and not being like I'm better than you kind of situation.
Yeah.
And I liked his character.
Yeah,
10 out of 10.
I did. I really did. It was so funny. They were making fun of him because he was always like, senior moment.
Oh, he's a senior.
Yes, remember? Because at the very end of this last episode, he was like, guys, can I have a senior moment?
What is he going to do? Like, what?
I don't know.
Is he going to just...
Well,
what?
it's the summer. Remember at the in the finale, they were like,
summer break.
Coming summer break. So he's probably still going to be around for summer. But yeah, his character is aging out. Which comes to like mind another topic about like how TV shows draw out the ages of their characters to keep them, like Glee, for example, just like to throw it out there. They did a lot of seasons, but like obviously each season wasn't
like
1 year of high school because they had to keep going until, I mean, even when they did graduate, they still had
I love
the
those
same
seasons.
characters.
I do love the New York seasons too. But yeah.
So basically, like, we don't really know what's gonna happen. I will say this. I don't want Nene and Ricky to be together. I think they've outgrown each other, especially the directors cannot
especially
put
in
those
real
two actors
life.
through that
Like,
trauma.
please don't do that to them.
So think about it. They filmed this before Driver's License. Think about it now. Having to try and film to be in love after all of this.
Yeah.
No way.
You can't. You gotta. The writers need to figure it out.
Visually, I cannot see them getting back
And that's
together.
not okay.
And so I'm okay
The thing is, that's not okay for the
rest
audience.
of the cast.
No,
The
even
audience?
the rest of the cast and the young girls and boys that are watching this being like, I need to make it work, or not need to make it work, or it's like, if it's a toxic situation, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just get back in a relationship. Like, no, like it's okay to move on, or like maybe this season 3 will be a healing, like learning how to heal from a relationship. Like, I don't know.
Because they're juniors right now, so they've got some time.
They're juniors. They're really gonna drag this out. Okay.
Yeah. So my thing with that is like, I don't want them to be together because I think that putting the real life people through that would be miserable.
Rough.
Also, it'd be miserable for the cast because when I was thinking about it, I was like, yes, Olivia putting out amazing music, and I'm so happy she did. It was on repeat for so long. I loved her album, and I loved, like, it was just so good. It was so good what she put out. So I'm not sad she put that out, but I think it low-key ruined the dynamic of the cast because now we're sitting here. If you watch any of the interviews that they had before the season 2 premiere, like they do on YouTube and stuff, it was very awkward because the girls were kind of on Olivia's side, and you could see in interviews, like Joshua Bassett would be very uncomfortable at some of the questions that they would ask. And the girls would like be like kind of more like on Olivia's side and like not really responding to Joshua when he would put up a point or something.
Yeah.
So it was very awkward.
Oh, I gotta watch those. Oh, wow.
Like, I feel like there was this one that you need to watch. Basically, these people, fans are
rough.
So weird.
Yeah.
They essentially stitched together 2 videos. Basically, in season 1, obviously, when they were still on good terms, Olivia and Joshua, there was this clip of an interview where Joshua was like, "Oh my gosh, that quirk you do when you're concentrating,"
I saw that.
You did see that? And then in this next interview for season 2, the interviewer was like, "What kind of quirks does the cast have?" And Joshua was like, "I don't really know."
He had to think about it, and they were like, "No, Josh, you know." And he's like,
I don't know.
I'm not gonna say it. Yeah.
So I feel like it's kind of ruined the cast dynamics. And so yes, it might happen if you put out music, but I think that it ruined it for the cast because I don't know. Like, I'm assuming Olivia's going to be in the 3rd season, but like, I honestly could see her leaving. Like, I really could, like, focusing on her music and just
maybe
leaving,
that's a way
she
to.
doesn't need High School Musical and musical anymore.
Yeah, and honestly, when she was gone in the beginning, even though she had her moments in the beginning of the episode, it wasn't like I was like, okay, where's Olivia? So I mean, it would be understandable if she left and she does have her music, so she'll be fine.
Yeah.
And they could still they have a reason because if she's going with John Amber, it was like, goodbye. Like, you can just go, and it would be fine. And then we have the Ricky dynamic, and maybe. Well, they didn't set that up. I was gonna be like, maybe there'll be a love triangle between Ricky, Gina, and EJ, but they didn't set that up. So it's more of EJ and Lily and stuff like that.
I want Ricky to be single. I want both Nene and Ricky to be single. I don't want them to be together,
or
but
maybe
I don't want them to be with different people, though.
Yeah, and this is a good way to transition the main characters to Gina and EJ maybe, and have them in the background now.
Yes, because season 1 was all about Ricky and Nene, and season 2 we get to see more of the
other people because I love Big Red and Ashlyn, and like I love seeing and Courtney
and Howie.
Like, I want to see the other people. So yeah, it's okay to put the other people, the other 2 in the background and have and elevate other people.
Yeah, because they have their own music. They're doing just fine.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I will hate watch it if he ends up with Lily. I will hate watch it.
I want to hate watch it. So
Yeah.
get together, but like don't get together. I want to watch
Like,
it.
you know when you like get so flustered when you watch secondhand embarrassment, you have to literally cover your face. That's gonna be me.
Mhm.
Like closing my laptop, like cannot watch it.
It's gonna be embarrassing for sure.
Yeah. Do you wanna
Um,
play our game?
yeah, let's move on. Well, give me your rating.
Yes.
Give me your ratings of season 2. Like, just what do you give it?
7.5.
I give it a 7 out of 10. It's not
Yeah.
as good as season 1 because season 1 was about High School Musical. So I'm wondering, like, yeah, how did you feel about them doing Beauty and the Beast instead of High School Musical season 2? I mean, part 2.
I mean, at first when they were like, we're doing High School Musical 2, I was like, of course they're doing High School Musical 2. But I really wanted them, like they sang some of the High School Musical 2 songs.
They did, and I loved it.
I loved it, and I wanted more.
I know.
I want a soundtrack of them singing High School Musical 2.
Yeah.
I wanted to see that. Like I wanted that.
Mhm.
So I really hope that like maybe during the summer, maybe they revisit High School Musical 2.
I know,
they
because
will.
fabulous.
Because if you think about
Yeah.
it, the only tie between High School Musical, the musical, the series, and High School Musical, the original, now is that they're both at East High now. And they're both
That's the
Wildcats.
only
It's the
thing.
only tie now.
Yeah.
Like they're not like it's both drama club, I guess. But there's no tie to the original movie anymore.
And they still have to do part 3, High School Musical 3, and they might not do High School Musical 3 until season 4.
If they get
And
to
so
season
what are they
4.
supposed to do summer? Summer's gonna be what, summer jobs, and it's not even gonna be about musicals probably. So what, like, throw the whole thing away. Throw the whole show away.
Throw it away.
Like, just,
We
I
don't
don't
need
want
it.
it anymore. Throw the show away.
What are they gonna do?
Yeah,
Literally,
like
what is the
what are they
premise?
gonna do? 'Cause
What is the
you
premise?
you didn't do High School Musical 2,
Mm-hmm.
and now you're going into the summertime, and you literally had it.
You literally
Like,
had
and
High School
now you don't. So what songs do you bring? And you can't do a musical unless they're
Because
like, ooh, we
you-
have summer
The
musical.
reason I watch is because I want to hear the original songs.
I want to hear the songs.
And so it's like, if they don't do any of those, what is the point? Like, Beauty and the Beast was fun and all. Okay, also, side note, I want to talk about this. Okay, Joshua Bassett himself, good actor. Joshua Bassett playing Ricky playing the Beast, horrible. Literally, Ricky
Horrible.
as the Beast, I was like, why did they cast him? If I was in a real drama, like, if I was in a drama club, I'd be pissed at the
He was
director.
rough.
Rough.
He is not good.
No.
And I would have been like, okay, we gotta pick somebody else.
Like, when they
guys.
were
We gotta.
practicing the transformation scene.
I know, that was funny. I mean, they did it on purpose. But it
I
was
think
funny.
so too,
Yeah.
but he was horrible. And like Ashlyn's trying to give what she can give, and he
Right.
was like not.
I would have gotten a different
Also,
actor.
I love that Ashlyn was Belle and not Olivia Rodrigo.
Yo, the way that
Yes.
Ashlyn just fits that role.
Yes. And
I just saw it. She was so perfect for
yes,
that.
she was perfect, and I
Perfect,
love
bro.
how supportive Nene was.
Mhm.
I love
Yeah.
how even after they canceled the Rose song and she wasn't the Rose anymore and she was just a
Mm-hmm.
fork, I love how supportive she was. The whole night she was trying to pump people up. She was figuring it out.
She was great.
She was
great.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm happy that they stopped with the women hating thing where like women hating
Yes.
women. You got to stop that because that's not realistic. Like
Yeah.
if it's women hating women, like you really did something to me.
Yes.
You know.
Like
So,
Lily. Like we get why
like
we hate Lily.
we hate Lily because
Yeah.
she really did something to us.
Mhm.
So we're always supportive. We're just not supportive for no reason. We're just, you know what I mean? So I'm happy that they were like, you got the part, I'm gonna support you kind of
Yeah.
thing. So yeah. And the last thing I wanted to say was the whole Menkeys thing. They didn't even follow through with it. That's what I think about this whole COVID thing, that they just
I
kind of
think that's
rushed
what
They
happened.
rushed it. They rushed the finale.
Well, because I thought that they filmed though.
They probably did film the Menkeys and probably had like a whole thing for it.
Well, because they waited until the worst of COVID was over before they started filming. Because I remember.
Okay, then they
They
did
did.
know. Okay, then they did know about the breakup. They did know about the breakup then, and they really wrote around
No,
it.
because January was this January, not last
No,
January.
but they still, that doesn't mean that they broke up in January. They probably broke up in like, let's say June.
Well, yeah, they broke up, but I don't think Joshua knew the extent to how much it hurt
of it.
Olivia. That's where it is.
Oh, okay. But Disney know that they were together
Because
and
the
they broke
drama
up.
hadn't happened yet. The breakup happened, but the
Drama
drama
hadn't
hadn't
happened yet.
happened.
But people knew, like at least the cast and the crew knew that they broke up, and
Yeah.
that's still rough. Like,
so this whole Minky's thing, basically the end of the episode is they did the show, And essentially was opening night happened, and apparently a couple weeks later they actually do the competition and they get graded on both of those performances.
Right.
They end up deciding, guys, we accomplished what we needed to accomplish.
We did it.
We did it. We don't
It's
need
we already
to
feel
go.
fulfilled.
We feel fulfilled. We have what we need. Like, we don't need to do the Minkies. And I was like,
So what was this whole season about? What was the
it
point?
about?
We
What
could have
was
had
the
High School
point?
Musical too.
yeah.
Is what you're saying to me.
We could have. We're like, okay, Spring Musical Part 2, go.
Go. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
Well, anyways, yeah, 7 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. We do have a game. Sydney's on here. Hi, Sydney. She's saying, bro, I was so mad at that. mad at everything. The Menkeys how they just threw it away. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do a guess that character game. So play along in the comments. And we're gonna say a line from the High School. I'm doing High School Musical 2. She's doing High School Musical 1.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna do
Basically,
who said that?
Yeah, we're saying the line, and then you have to guess what character.
What character?
said it.
Okay, you go first. You go first.
These lines, y'all. I'm dying.
Okay.
Okay. Singing with you felt like that.
Oh, wait. Gabriella.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I'm like, okay,
Yes.
I'm saying Gabriella. Okay.
I'm gonna fail.
Going to the movies, listening to music, and golly, Troy, I have first aid training. Aha. Oh, please.
Sorbet! I'm dead. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Let's see. If you play basketball, you'll end up on the cereal box. If you sing in musicals, you'll end up in my mom's refrigerator.
Wait, what is his name? Corbin Blue.
Yes, Chad. Chad.
Oh my gosh. I love how it just comes to you, man. Okay. I'm gonna do something too hard. What? Okay. It gave me like 3 quotes. Anyways, okay, here we go. What was the first thing you said to me when I started working here?
Troy?
Okay, what's the context though?
He's talking to Sharpay.
He is.
Wow.
Yeah, he's talking. I think it was the scene where she's like doubting herself, and he's
it's
like,
the end when they bring her back in. When they're like, yeah, you were low-key horrible to us, but we're gonna let you back in. We need to save our show from people who don't know the difference between a Tony Award and Tony Hawk.
Okay. Oh wait. Is it Sharpay?
Yes.
Okay, I'm like, would Sharpay even know Tony Hawk? Okay, like, would she even know that? You need to get out there.
Chad?
No.
Wait. You need to get out there. Troy.
Nope.
Dang it, that was hard. Why are you giving me all the hard ones? That one's not even an iconic line.
It's not.
You need to go out there.
You need to go out there.
Gabriella?
Nope.
Who? Sharpay?
Nope.
It's a character that, like, I would not know the name of.
No, you would, but.
If I was a true fan.
Ready?
Yeah.
Mr. Fulton.
Oh, okay, whatever. The old guy. Okay.
You out there.
Okay, I'm gonna read you. You're gonna have to. It's a 2-liner, so you're gonna have to get both people.
Okay.
So the first line is Sharpay's kind of cute too. The second line is yeah, so is a mountain lion, but you don't pet it.
Oh! I know it. I can see it. Bakery guy and Chad.
No.
No.
But you're right on the second one. Chad is correct. The first one's not correct.
Okay, so read the first one again.
Sharpay's kind of cute too. This is like early in the movie.
Who would say that?
Early in the movie.
Troy?
Yeah.
Troy would never say that.
Troy did. At the beginning of the movie before Gabriella shows up.
Whoa.
Yeah. He doesn't, like, he...
I gotta watch. I would never think he would say that. Like, I'm not saying that Sharpay is ugly. I'm just saying that he's never been like a looks kind of guy. Okay.
Yeah.
I have to bring up more quotes because they did not give me enough.
Okay, wait, I have one.
Okay, go.
You're gonna get this in a second. I just love this quote. In my other schools, I was the freaky math girl. It's cool coming here and being whoever I want to be.
She's so annoying. Gabriella. What? Gabby, what the heck? Yes. I'm not the freaky science girl or whatever. Blowing up your friends, missing dates. If that's you, then it's good to know. Oh, you know what? This is going to be multi. Next line. No, no, no. I was only doing that because I was working on scholarship thing, and you know that.
Scholarship thing? Second one's Troy.
Okay.
First one's Gabriella.
Yeah.
Okay.
But laying off your friends, missing dates, if that's you, then it's good to know.
The drama. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I need like good ones, man.
Oh my gosh, this one's funny.
Okay.
When I was singing with you, this is a two-parter.
Okay.
When I was singing with you, I felt like just a girl. Second one. You even look like one too. Why did I forget these roasts?
Why say that? I felt like a girl. You look like one too. That is so good. Who would say that? I felt like a girl? Chad?
No. It's not hard. Don't think
It
too hard
is.
about it. Don't think too hard about it.
Yeah, Sharpay and Ryan?
No.
Gabriella?
Gabriella? Yeah, Gabriella said, I feel like a girl. What was this? When have she not felt like a girl?
Like Troy, that was a roast. You just roasted me. What? He was like, you look like one too. Okay, thanks. I guess I don't look like a girl usually. Okay, I have one. It's a I guess
Is it
okay.
the third one or the second one still?
It's still the second movie.
Okay.
Okay. All right, look, if I want to play ball, then grab a mitt. Then I don't dance. Okay, that's not a good one. I don't think dancing takes some game.
Chad.
You got game? A little.
Chad and Ryan.
Yeah.
This one's so funny. It's a crowd favorite. Everyone loves a good jazz square.
Why am I not good at this? What?
I don't remember these. These
I
are
don't
so
remember this
funny.
line.
These are so funny. Like what?
Wait, say it again?
It's a crowd favorite. Everybody loves a good jazz square.
Sharpay.
No.
Ryan?
Yeah. She's complaining about him doing a jazz square, and he's like,
Everyone loves a
"I
good
want
jazz
the
square. Okay, let me pull up part 3. Part 3 is more sappy though.
Girl, but I need to cry. It's been a while.
Sorry.
Um,
Okay. Hey Troy, when's the big game?
Sharpay.
Yesterday. Well, good luck.
Sharpay.
Yesterday, like.
Okay, so it's a two-parter.
Okay.
That'll be 15 minutes for you as well. Count them. And then the next one is, that might be difficult for Chad since you probably can't count that high.
What are these? Whoa! Who was the writer of part 1? They roasted these kids.
They roasted them. Who would roast Chad?
Oh yeah, his girlfriend.
Yes, Taylor.
Taylor.
Mm-hmm. And the first one is just Miss Starpus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be a night to remember. Probably shouldn't do the accent with it, but okay. Here's one. I'm saving up for some a new fuel pump. Save faster. No, that's not a good one. No. Hold on.
Why don't they have the iconic one? Does
I
the
know.
third one even have iconic
Okay,
lines?
ready? They don't. But you were so loyal and sweet. That's called acting. You should try it sometime.
It's the servant girl for Sharpay.
It's called acting. You should
It's
try
called
it sometime.
acting. Yeah. I'm gonna talk in a British accent for the rest of it because you started me on it.
You should try it sometime.
Yeah. I don't remember her name. She's so insignificant.
Tiara Gold.
Oh.
That was her name. I don't think they ever said her name.
Probably not. She was trying to be Sharpay. So good on
Sharpay.
Disney. Her
Yeah.
identity was Sharpay, so they never even said her name.
I don't think they ever said her name. Tiara Gold, yeah.
Okay. It's just dancing. Sometimes I think it's cooler than homework.
Troy?
No.
Who would say that? Gabby?
No.
Taylor?
No.
It's cooler than homework. Who?
Think about who would talk about dancing like that.
Oh, what's happening? Hold on, something's in my throat. Sorry. I don't know what just happened. Girl. Dancing. Popping, locking girl.
Martha.
Oh, her name's Martha?
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. Okay, you're gonna have to vamp. I need to get more water. Vamp.
Oh, yeah. Anyways. Yeah, guys, or Sydney, if you're still watching, hey girl. So essentially, basically comment if High School Musical 3 also made you sob, because it made me cry. Every time I watch it, still to this day, it makes me cry. I don't know, there's something about the third one and like graduating and like being an adult makes me cry every time. Anyways, I told them to comment if High School Musical 3 made them cry.
I know. I made sure to.
Yeah.
I remember watching it like senior year of high school.
Yes.
I had to.
But yeah. Oh, here's another good one. It's called Crime and Punishment Bolton. Besides, proximity to the arts is cleansing for the soul.
Taylor.
No.
What? I'm really bad at this. Gabby?
No. Who calls Bolton? Who says Bolton?
Oh, Darcy?
Darbus.
Darbus.
Mrs. Darbus.
Mrs. Darbus.
Yeah. She's talking to Bolton Sr.
Oh.
Because he's complaining. He's like, what are my 2-star players doing here? And she's like,
blah, blah, blah.
Detention,
Detention. Yeah. I'm not good at these. Okay. Hold on. I'm not really good at these.
Now I have.
The boys are back. The boys are back. The
Sydney.
boys are back. Gonna do it again. He said that.
Sydney was like, she's playing, and she goes, totally thought it was Tracy, SMH. And she goes, no, I'm not emotional like that. When I asked if she was so...
Girl, did you
Sydney,
watch it when you graduated? That's when
Sydney,
you really get into it.
Sydney, watch it. You should have watched it when you were a senior.
Senior.
Because it'll make you cry.
You'll be like, wow, like...
I guess she was 4 when High School Musical 1 came out.
Yeah, she was.
But I swear, but Sydney, if they put on High School Musical, but it was K-pop people, you would lose your mind.
She would.
And we all know.
We're into it now. Me and her, armies, armies. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at this.
Thank you for having me. Oh.
Neither did I.
Neither did I. Gabriella?
No, Martha. Like, yeah, it was like
It's just dialogue.
That's dialogue. That was what it said. No.
She goes, OMG, shut up.
We love you, Sydney.
We love you, Sydney, so much. I'm your biggest fan.
And yeah, if you want to know who I'm talking about, Sydney, we did a K-pop live stream like 2 months ago, so go look that up as well.
Sydney is a queen.
Yes.
Love her to death.
Okay, well, I think we're going to end it there. We're at an hour, so we're good. Thank you for coming on here. And since you did come on here, you will get a free PWI shirts for everyone, for anyone that wants to come on the podcast. This is your form of payment, okay? It's a merch shirt. So yeah.
Amazing. I had really a good time. Honestly, just talking about tea was fun.
Right?
So,
Exactly. Yeah. So make sure to like, subscribe, comment. If you want to see more of these. If you want to see more of Abby, let me know before she goes on.
Before I literally moved 20 hours away.
Yeah, goes to Florida. Yeah.
So.
All right. We'll see you later. Bye.